You were expecting it, right? Yeah.
Chair, no chair.
He works so everyone has different versions.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me online? So we've got a full house this morning. Wow.
Yay.
Yeah, we need to buy more chairs, or we need to buy another Zen Center or something. Run out of room. So we're going to have our membership meeting this morning. I'm going to ask our still acting president of our board, Robert Kondo Schwab, who's online from Milwaukee, to lead our meeting. Take it away, Robert.
Okay, welcome everybody to I'll call the meeting to whatever level of order we can achieve.
We could muster here.
It sounds like a full house over there. This will be my last official act as the board president. I'm cycling off. I'm staying on the board, but I won't be the president after this meeting, but it's really been a pleasure to serve. It's great to be a part of the Zen Center. Sorry I couldn't be there in person today, but I will be there at the Fiesta next week. I hope to see a lot of you at the Fiesta. My Zoom's a little slow and freezy. Sometimes what cures that is when I turn my video off. So if I disappear, I'm not shunning you. I'm just trying to get the video to work better. Anyway, the first order of business is approval of the minutes from the last annual membership meeting. And now, Yoko-san normally does that. Is she?
She's here.
I'm here.
Okay. I can't see there.
That's all right. I'll just put the microphone to make sure
Okay.
the sound is good. We're not going to move the camera all around.
Hello, y'all.
Can you hear her online?
Yes.
So, last year, on the slate of candidates, which were voted in, we have Sky Levin, and Ken Hillman, and Julie Case were all voted in as members on the board last year. And this year, we'll get to that later, we're doing this year.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we need to approve that?
I think it would not be a bad idea.
Okay. So that was the official action we took at last meeting. So that constitutes the official minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as read?
Here.
Sandy, and a second?
Second.
Okay.
Second.
All right. All in favor, raise your hands. Anyone opposed? Okay. Thank you. And the next item on the agenda is the report from our abbot. So take it away, Roshi.
Oh man, where to begin? Where to end? Yeah, there's so much to say. First of all, I'm just delighted to see so many of you here for this. This is our annual membership meeting, and this is required by our bylaws. We are a nonprofit religious organization, and we are required by law to have a board and to run this organization. But what I want to really stress is that this is your Zen Center. If you're a member here, you are a stakeholder in the Zen Center. The Zen Center owns this property, and as such, the parts of our organization that we are legally required to have are really important. So one of them is the board of directors, which is required by law to pay attention to the fiscal well-being of the Zen Center. They meet quarterly. It's a thankless job, which is not glamorous, where you get no attention, no one recognizes you, and you show up every quarter to listen to boring financial reports from the treasurer and to pay attention as best you can to make sure that we are operating in a way that is fiscally sustainable and that we are healthy financially, that we are sustainable. The other thing the board does from time to time is create and vote on policies that it deems necessary for the operation of the Sangha to take care of the whole of this Zen Center. So I want to start by acknowledging our present board members. If you are presently a board member, I'd like you to stand up, just so we can see you, who you are, so we know who we can blame if something goes wrong. So please stand up. Julie, Sarah, Robert, Mary. If you have been on the board in the past, I'd like you to stand up. Anyone that's served on the board in the past. Well, many of you. So here's the idea. The idea is that the board should rotate every several years, that new people come on the board. You serve on the board in order to learn what's required to run this organization so that we have this property in this home that can benefit all of us. And the idea is that people don't stay on the board, because then we get stuck, in the status quo, and we get kind of stuck in our ways. So the idea is that new people come on the board, old people leave, and everyone gets a chance to learn how the Zen Center operates. You don't have to be a financial wizard to be on the board. You just have to be a member that cares about the health of, and you're willing to serve. So each year you have that opportunity, and this is what we have the membership meeting for today, is to put up a slate. In this case, it's Kelly Junmei is the one person on the slate who you will vote in or not as a new board member. And I want to encourage you in the future, next year, when we have this again, and we send out, the president of the board sends out a letter inviting any of you to join the board. And if you're a member of the Zen Center, you are welcome to apply. And then we will, the board will meet and discuss your application, and most likely you will be approved and voted in, or not, at the next annual membership meeting. So when that application comes out, you can vote yourself in to be on the board, or you can vote someone that you think should be on the board, that you think would be a good board member, okay? Any questions about any of this, how we run the Zen Center? There are so many people I'd like to thank just for where we are right now. I think we are in a very good place as a Sangha, and I think it's because of each of you showing up in all kinds of ways. And I'm gonna forget a lot of people, so if I forget your name or to mention you, I want to apologize in advance, because there's just too many of you to thank. I want to thank all the stewards of the circles, the many circles that we have at the Zen Center. The kinship circle, and the steward is Chris. Stand up, Chris, wherever you are.
Co-steward is Kelly.
Co-steward is Kelly, and other members in that are Robin, Kathy, Linda. Yeah, so they meet and they make this Sunday morning come alive. The kinship hour, you have nice snacks and coffee. That's because of the kinship circle. And they are meeting, and they're always discussing how can we better serve the members here at the Zen Center. We have other circles. We have a gem circle that is stewarded by Roshi June. Where's
I'm mine here.
I'm online.
Roshi, you want to mention who's in the gem circle?
Well, I'm going to save that for my report.
Okay, all right. Okay. So we'll move on. So there's also the Open Heart Circle, which is stewarded by
Jackie and Diane.
Genshin and Myogetsu. And they have been meeting for years to really have deep conversations about diversity and differences and how we work with the kind of divisions that we experience in our lives. It's a beautiful circle. And we also have the marketing circle, which is stewarded by our very own Daigu.
I'm lonely. Join.
Yeah. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be too many people ever in the marketing circle. I'm not sure why that is, but don't take it personally, Daigu.
If I had feelings, they'd be hurt.
And Bison, who helps with our.
Bison helps in all kinds of ways. Bison is a terrific graphic designer, designs most of our branded graphics. Anything you see, flyers or anything on the website or social media is always been designed by Bison.
Including the shirts.
The shirts that you're wearing, the swag, yeah. And Bison is going to be our Shuso. We are going to have another We're going to do the Ango the same way we did last year, and the two people that will be teaching during the Ango will be Bison and Myogetsu. Myogetsu is on Lojong, and we're not sure yet what Bison is teaching, but we'll find out in a little while. I want to thank David Ferguson. He's been out here day after day giving our Zen Center a facelift. And if you haven't noticed, it looks a lot better than it did 2 or 3 weeks ago. And he keeps coming to work on it. So I want to thank David. He's not here, but I want to really acknowledge all the efforts he's put in. I want to acknowledge Sam, who shows up whenever June and me can't do something, and we can't lift something. I put together 2 of the bar stools in the backyard, but it almost killed me. So I asked Sam to come and finish the other 2, and he came by. And there are so many people I'm sure I'm missing. There's the Earth Stewards who have. We now have a bench in the backyard because of their work. I want to thank Hoetsu for teaching yoga here twice a month now. I want to thank the family program, the Kathy and Carlene. Spent years developing a really fine curriculum, which they taught for the first time this spring, and they're going to teach again in the fall. And we now have a family morning program that allows families and children to participate at the Zen Center, which is a really awesome thing. We haven't had this in the past. I want to thank all the teachers. I want to thank Myogetsu, who is stepping into a position now of teaching. I want to thank all the mindfulness teachers, and there are many more coming who teach beginning meditation here, and we'll be, we're not sure how this is all going to work out, but most likely they are going to be more actively involved in the community, teaching mindfulness courses outside of the Zen Center in the future. Thank all of them. Who have I left out? Oh gosh. I left some, huh?
The people who do the bell ringing for the
Oh,
permit to sit.
thank you. Yeah, all the people that show up every weekday morning to hold down the fort and ring the bell. I see Sandy's bowing. So yeah, and they show up every, they sit every Monday through Friday. They show up here regularly. And all the people that help this Sunday morning Zen function, Daigu, Junmei, Linda, Yoku-san,
Our Roshis.
and the Roshi.
And Dan, where's Dan?
So I want to say something very briefly about the vision that I'm trying to hold for the Zen Center. As your abbot, I'm getting older, and I had surgery not so long ago, and I find one of the things I'm probably modeling now as an older teacher for all of you is self-care, which means that I have to spend more time taking care of myself. It's just, I'm getting older, and it means that administering the Zen Center, I may not do it as well as, I never have done it that well, but you're kind of stuck with me right now, because I'm who you've got as your executive director, so I do my best to administer the Zen Center. But I think maybe my most important role is to hold a vision for the Zen Center, which I think about a lot. And the vision that I'm holding at the moment for the Zen Center is that we are living in a very, very difficult time. And I think what is required of us as spiritual Zen practitioners and as a community is that we, to meet this moment, what's required of us is that we appreciate the culture we have been brought up in, which is based on modernity and the Industrial Revolution. And we have been trained in this culture to have habits of reducing ourselves down to something very small, to a role, to a name, to a political party, to an identity, to a father, a mother, to one. We reduce ourselves down, and this is the culture we live in. And if you've ever had the pleasure of chanting the Heart Sutra, which we did this morning, you will recognize that the primary teaching of our tradition about shunyata and emptiness is to recognize that the life we are living is very large. It has no boundary. And so when we reduce ourselves down to something with a boundary, then we have a very narrow lens in the way we look at the world, and the decisions we make based on that perception are going to be inaccurate. And what is required of us in this moment is something I think somewhat new, is that we need to practice and train ourselves to have a perception that perceives complexity. It's like training a new muscle that doesn't reduce ourselves down in this way, or the world we live in, but sees our own complexity and the beauty of that, and the complexity of the world we are a part of. And that kind of perception requires being able to zoom in and zoom out, to see something in a detail and see something in a big picture. And that's not an easy thing to do. But I think what is required of us at the moment is that we stretch ourselves beyond our own comfort zones and begin to see that complexity, which is our life, involves every aspect of our world, and nothing is excluded. So mindfulness isn't just about, spirituality isn't just a box we put ourselves in that we call spirituality, or Zen, or any religion. It's not just psychological, it's not just individual, it's also collective. It includes our social, cultural environment that we all are a part of. We're social beings. It includes politics. How can we talk about politics without being trapped in the kind of binary places we get stuck in? And how can we appreciate what it means to be citizens in a democracy that was founded some 3 centuries ago based on a constitution and a Declaration of Independence, which proclaimed that we are all equal before the law. And yet we find ourselves in a moment now with our government, and I'm not trying to be, I don't want to be, what's the word?
Polarized.
Polarizing. I'm not taking sides here. I'm just making an observation. I think it's important that we be able to talk about our world, even our political world, because the world that's political that we're experiencing is very confusing and it's very chaotic, right? Anyone disagree with that? It's chaotic and confusing. And one of the things we are experiencing is that things are coming at us so, I don't know, I'm just speaking for myself. My experience during the pandemic and since this last election is that there are so many things coming at me in the news, so much, it's very hard to separate the noise and the signal. And I get overwhelmed by it, and I find myself getting dulled down and kind of just, okay, it's too much, I'm gonna just withdraw. I'm gonna go paint. I experience that, and yet I don't trust that. I feel like there's something wrong there that I need to, and what I can say, trying to be as clear as I can about this, is I think this is a strategy for any authoritarian government throughout the world, that they have always done the same kind of thing, whether it be Putin's Russia or our current administration that's running our country. They lie so much and they put out so much contradictory stories that you just get overwhelmed. You can't tell the difference between truth and falsehood anymore. You can't tell. So what do? You give up. And that's exactly what authoritarian governments do. It's a strategy to make the population compliant and passive. And it's deliberate. I don't think it's accidental. So I think that's part of the moment we're living in. And then I think to be as clear as I can about politics, there are two, and I'm not talking about left and right necessarily, but there are people that running our government right now that really think some people are more important than others. And the people that aren't important tend to be those that are disadvantaged and disenfranchised. And those people get treated with what seems like actually cruelty and meanness. And I think this is immoral. I think it's not in the tradition of who we are as Americans. And I think if we were to really embrace what it means to be a citizen of this country, we would acknowledge that we have a wonderful, authentic history based on the Declaration of Independence, that all people are created equal before the law. And we have fought to defend this authentic, principled history in the Civil War, in World War II, in the Civil Rights Movement. And that matters. And I hope I'm not being too partisan when I say this. I don't particularly like either party at the moment, but I do think we need to be able to speak about the moment, and politics is part of the moment, without dividing ourselves, by including everyone. And so what's beautiful about a sangha is that everyone is included here. You can be a Democrat, you can be a Republican, you can be a Libertarian, you can be no party at all. You can be in the American Party if you want to be. Yes? And so that's kind of my vision at the moment, as best I can say it, is that I think we are in a time of great danger. What's going on with ISIS, we have to pay attention, because this is a private army that a president is creating, completely unprecedented, and they're wearing masks. This is not normal, and it should never be normalized. So what can we do in this moment is to recognize that we have a beautiful, beautiful, rich spiritual Zen tradition we have received from our ancestors. And it's been carried on, and June and me are honored to be carrying it on with you. We do it with you. And this tradition teaches us that the world is whole, and we are whole. And we are this world. We are the planet, we are the earth, as Joanna Macy said over and over again who recently passed away. I think it was just last week. Joanna Mason taught us to care enough so that we could grieve the sickness in our world that we are a part of. We're all part of this disease. And that by grieving, caring enough to grieve, we could find on the other side of that joy and love. Yeah. And so we are part of the three treasures. The Sangha is a treasure. I don't know what I would do without you being here as a community. And when times are difficult, we come together. Our relationships are primary and important. The stories we tell are important. The writing, the open mic workshop that June Roshi facilitated last night, people writing stories, writing poetry, creating art, singing, celebrating, being in relationship with each other. We need to rely on our community and our relationships because I think things are likely to be not only chaotic, but fairly messy when we have to really stand up for principles that matter. And that is probably not going to be easy. And I think we are rapidly reaching a point where people have to take to the streets, we have to demonstrate, we have to show solidarity with all people, immigrants included. We are a country based on immigrants. That's our authentic history, not some imagined mythological history of some cowboy, right? That's not who we are. That's some made up sentimental story about who some people want to portray us as being, these self-reliant individuals. No, we are a community, we are citizens of a democracy. And that's part of who we are as a spiritual community as well. So I'm sorry to go on and on so much about this. I'm going to stop talking now because I think I said enough. But I'm just really grateful to all of you. And may we all find the courage and the grounding in our own experience so that we can activate our bodhisattva vow to be of service to others who are struggling, to others who are despairing and depressed and can't find a way forward. May we help facilitate, help other people find a way forward in their lives.
So we've thanked everybody. How about we all thank Roshi with a round of applause? I mean, the house is packed, so I don't think you're doing too bad a job with the administration. So, okay, next is the financial report. And I think Ken is doing that?
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I'll just sit standing up. Okay, those of you who've ever taken a look at my bank book know that I am not treasurer material. James Canshin Sullivan couldn't be here today, and I'm going to read his notes. So if you have any questions, hold on to them and send them to Canshin. Basically what we're going to go through today are two reports. The first one is the income and expense sheet. The good news is dues are up slightly over this time last year. Donations and fundraisers are down. However, that is because last year we had the Four Seasons Capital Fund where we successfully raised a lot, I think over $34,000 for new heating and air conditioning and upkeep on the Zendo, so that's wonderful. The signature class series is down. The note here says we need some new faces taking the basic classes. Not going to get into that here, but in my update on the marketing circle, we will be talking about that. Workshops and programs are up because it includes ANGO. Last year we raised about $8,000 because of ANGO, and the meditation teacher certification training that will be starting shortly. Robert Roshi mentioned it, and again, I'll be talking about that during the marketing circle update. Expenses basically include bank fees, which is the mortgage interest and payment processing fees. Repairs are down, which is good. Again, we haven't had any new major issues since the heating and air, which was kind of proactive. But again, with an old building, you never know. So we're pleased about that, but not expecting it to continue on because of entropy and impermanence. So there you go. Program expenses are up mainly due to the cost of ANGO, which means that line will remain pretty constant because, thank you, we're doing ANGO again this year. And for those of you who did not join in, it is a 90-day intensification period of your practice. I found it wonderful and I can't wait to do it again. And then professional development, warm data training class, professional dues, and subscriptions. So that's the income and expense sheet. The other report is the balance sheet. Under assets, we have our byline bank checking, our operational checking account. We have Live Oak savings. There are two categories of our savings. We have $15,035 in unrestricted savings and $37,049 in restricted savings. And under fixed assets, that would be basically this building, which, as Robert Roshi said, is owned by the Zendo and by ZLMC. In terms of liabilities, we had two loans out for our new HVAC system. One is paid off and the other is down to $5,210 outstanding. And then on our mortgage, which is obviously an ongoing payment, we have $342,000 left on our mortgage principal. So the state of the Zendo financially is strong, membership is up, and we're working on even more. So thank you. No questions.
Okay. Next on the agenda is something that makes our Zen Center very special, sets us apart, and that's report on the hula school. Roshi June.
Robert, we should probably approve that financial.
Do we have to approve those?
I think
Okay.
so, yeah.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the financial report? Sandy, second? Anyone in the room? Okay. All in favor, raise your hand. Aye. Okay, any opposed? All right, thank you. Now, the hula school.
Okay, all right, let's see here. I have to figure out where I'm at. Okay, I seem to have forgotten where that went to. Okay, well, anyway, financially, the hula school is doing fine. There are 51 active students, 6 of which are children. The number of hula performances have been pretty steady. You know, we've done 26 to date this year, plus 3 have been scheduled for 2026 with $4,600 income. So the highlighted ones are the ones that we're going to be doing. You know, we've done senior centers, churches, schools, and in Oak Park, we did a couple of festivals. Libraries are a big one because we did a presentation at the Illinois Library Association. And then some miscellaneous, like the Elgin Country Club, that was fun. The Downers Grove Garden Club, we're going to be doing it in the zoo, and developmentally disabled centers, places. So it's really wonderful. I want to thank the, okay, that's the hula school, and I can't find the financials, but we are doing fine. The main expenses that we have are, we give a couple $1,000s a month to Zen Center for the use of the space, and we don't do it for December, so that's 22,000. And last year we did give $6,000 also for the Four Seasons campaign for the AC. So I have a more detailed report that I'm happy to share if you're interested in it, and just let me know. That's it for the report, Robert.
All right. Thanks so much. Now we have circle reports from the circles and programs of the center. I have a list of them at hand. First, I have kinship. Chris or Kelly?
Yeah, hi, I'd be happy to. Chris is here as well, but yeah, sure. Chris co-stewards with me, such a fantastic, vibrant circle. So love the time we spend together. Our circle, for those of you who don't know, we focus on welcoming, connecting, and engaging Sangha members, visitors, and the surrounding community. We did a lot last year. So to name some of the few highlights, we've done morning coffees after sitting during our weekdays, bonfire nights. We have our kinship after our Sunday morning Zen going strong with regular sign-ups. So thank you for all of you who take the time to bring delicious goodies and sign up. We send cards or reach out to those who are sick or bereaved within our Sangha. We send welcome emails to new members and see that they're feeling included. We did that wonderful holiday gift drive the end of last year. That was a huge success. Thank you for everyone who contributed to that. We do other fun things like movie night. We've had our trivia night. Thank you, Kathy. We do a Tuesday evening sit that we helped add to our sitting times at our center, and we love that Tuesday evening. It's another wonderful time for us to be together as a Sangha. We've offered open houses, such as the day after the day in our village, and offered as kinship support for such things as like Day in Our Village with the help of Kathy and Ken. That was really a wonderful way to reach out to the larger community. We've also helped host special catered celebrations for ordinations, such as Conscience and others. And we've also helped organize meals for refugee support when the need arises. So we gather once a month in person, and happy to pull up a Zoom link. We've done hybrid as well. Any of you are welcome to come at once, come every time. We'd love to have all the Sangha's input, and thank you for all the ways you help support Kinship Circle and make this possible for us. Thank you.
Okay, next, Roshi June for GEMS.
Okay, so I want to thank the GEM Circles members who have helped us. Alexis, who is online, Linda, Julie Case, Kelly, Susan Akers, Pat Cole, Sky Lavin, and Ken, who helps us with the marketing. So I really want to thank them because GEMS has been working really hard. Last year, that Four Seasons campaign was a big one, and I think we raised it was $31,000 to $34,000. So that was quite remarkable. So this year we have our fiesta coming up. So thank you all for going to the website, and you'll see there's a way actually to buy tickets online and come to the party. Of course, that'll be great. And let's see, and then I talked about the Obon Festival, a mini Obon Festival with our Day of Remembrance on August 17th. We also are planning a pet memorial and blessing on Sunday, September 14th. And of course, we'll have our fall fundraising dinner. So thank you all. Really, I want to thank Christian, who's made wonderful graphics, and Susan, that has helped with planning and document editing.
Okay, thank you. Marketing Circle, or as we know him, Ken.
Can you make sure
could
we
you-
can see Ken?
Yeah, make sure that the camera is focused on.
Camera.
Oh, is your head chopped off?
My legs will not make it through that. I'll sit down. So, despite what many people think, the marketing circle is much more than just getting yelled at by Robert Roshi when something bugs him. Is it? Okay, no, it is. And we've actually made some big changes. Obviously, I joked at the end of the sit about our swag, but we now have new t-shirts and mugs thanks to Christian's design. We have made a major change in how we are spending our money. We are no longer spending money to an internet consultant to manage Google and Microsoft grants. We are advertising directly in local papers, and I'm excited to be part of the next class of training to be a meditation teacher. Specifically, my goal is to do outreach into the community to help teach meditation, being a certified instructor, and to be able to get, as one of my primary goals, more tuchuses in the Zendo. Because basically, what we are marketing is us. And in terms of someone who makes a living doing sales and marketing, there is nothing better than having a remarkable product that you're trying to sell to people. And for me, part of my bodhisattva vows as a sales and marketing person, or a person who makes a living in sales and marketing, is to be able to go out and offer something that helps ease people's suffering. And that fits directly into the vision that Robert Roshi spoke about. On top of that, Baizan was amazingly kind and gracious enough to introduce, and I'm sorry, my brain is it Carlos?
Carlos, yeah.
Carlos, who is an amazing expert in branding and marketing, and now we're sort of doing a deep dive into branding. What is the ZLMC brand and how do we highlight that? And again, one of the things that I see as part of the marketing vision is to incorporate all of us into that, getting us to share our thoughts, whether it be online, coming out with little meditation minutes that will then lead into the signature class. And when you look at the competitive set out there in the marketplace, whether it's John Kabat-Zinn or other secular meditation classes, we have an amazing 2,500-year-old tradition of meditation. And even some of the articles that are coming out about the potential downsides of meditation, it says have a certified teacher, have a community that you can work with, and we offer all of that. So from a very secular standpoint, we're going to be offering that, and we're really going to be continuing to reach out in the marketplace. So that's what the marketing circle is doing. So I guess it is more than just getting yelled at, isn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah, we do. Okay, thank you.
Oh, Ken, don't go away because Interfaith is next.
I remember watching the Merv Griffin show when I was a kid, and every once in a while they had the one-man band, the guy with the cymbals between his knees and playing the violin and the harmonica. This is not a one-man band, it just seems that way in this moment. So I'm gonna ask for a show of hands here. When Robert Roshi started his conversation and he mentioned that we are a religious entity, okay? We are a Zen temple. Anybody get that feeling, go, ooh, I actually have a religion. I may not, but no, I'm kind of this, not that. Anybody have that feeling when it comes up? No? Good. Well, that's why we have the marketing circle. For people like me who are trying to figure out in the Mahayana tradition, okay, the Mahayana tradition allows for local differences. And in the United States in the 21st century, a lot of us have religions that we grew up with, that still impact us, that acculturated us in a certain way. And the three co-stewards, myself, Michal Dainin Lawan, who is a Catholic priest and former parish priest, and Ann Hogetsu Smith, who is an ordained minister. We get together on the third Thursday of every month with anybody who is interested. Ellen Winnick is someone who shows up pretty regularly. But really, we have made the decision that it is so meaningful for the three of us that even if nobody else were to show up, we are going to continue to do this, have this discussion, help reconcile this part of our past as we continue on our path moving forward as Zen students. So we welcome everybody. The next meeting will be this Thursday, July 17th. That is Daigu's birthday. So there will be no singing during the circle. It's very serious stuff. But anyway, we welcome all of you to join us. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Earth Stewards, is Earl amongst us?
Take the hot seat.
Well, our climate's warming up, right? So this is the hot seat. All of it's the hot seat. Blair Barber is our steward, but unfortunately she's not able to be here today. So she sent me some notes about what we've accomplished. So I want to acknowledge two of the other people in the Earth Circle. It's Sandy Alexander, who's online, Sue King, and Julie Case, Ron Bacher, who takes care of the plastic in the bag in the hallway, and of course Blair, and who am I missing? Anyway, there are a few more that I don't recall right now. I have to have them stand up, but not here.
Marty.
Marty.
Oh, Marnie. Yeah, Marnie Curtis. She's also a member. Anyway, Blair has asked me to account for some of the things that we've done. First of all, it's we're continuing to collect plastic, bags, and film. It's been our pretty major accomplishment this year, going back, I think, at least 3 years. So we collect plastic film. Anyone's welcome to bring theirs here. There's a box in the hallway where you can put your plastic, and that gets recycled by a company called Trex. And one of the things that they reward people who contribute plastic with is a plastic bench. So we've coordinated with at least 3 or 4 other religious groups, churches in Oak Park and around. And together we have raised 1,000 pounds since February. And we were able to get a plastic bench, and the bench got put together. We for the Zen Center, plastic bench, and it's out in the garden. So you're all welcome to sit on it. Not all at once, it only holds 2 people, 3 people max. But it does work. So let's see, anyone else? So we also do something called Moment for Mother Earth, which was graciously introduced back when our circle was formed, and we try at that, every Sunday we try and provide some kind of a tip or a hint about what you can do, what all of us can do to be a little more kind to Mother Earth, and things like that. So, and the last thing I believe, we organized a tour of the Community Recreation Center here in Oak Park. And that's a building that Oak Park owns. And it's a net zero building. So it was very interesting. Unfortunately, I didn't get to the tour, but a number of people were there, and was organized by Warren Bacher. And they have minimized, if you know what a net zero building is, it's a very difficult thing to achieve. It has a minimum carbon footprint and reduces reliance on fossil fuels and making most of the natural resources. So it's a very interesting tour. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it. But one other thing that Blair wanted to mention was that we have recruited a student filmmaker, and we're supporting her efforts to make a short documentary film about the community effort, this Next Trex project, to create benches from plastic. So I just want to highlight that we are a small part of the group that collects plastic. We are maybe 10%. So there are other organizations like the Har Zion Temple in River Forest, and some other churches, Blair's Church, Euclid Methodist Church, that have contributed more than we have, but we have volunteered to be the host, and the host is then responsible for collecting all of the information which Nextrex requires every month on how much was collected. So as a reward for the host, his organization gets a bench. And we were good enough to be able to do it in like 6 months. So it's a year-long project for them, for us, to raise 1,000 pounds. And we raised 1,000 pounds in 6 months. So, and unfortunately, this project doesn't end. So there's more and more and more plastic being produced every day. We'd like to see it end, but in lieu of that, we'll collect it and try and recycle it. So we have a meeting tomorrow. Blair is going to be stepping down as the steward, and so it's open to all of our other members as to what we do. We're going to elect the new center leader, or not center, circle steward, and go on. So thank you all. Thank you all for participating.
Thanks, Earl. Next, Open Heart Circle. Would Jackie or Diane like to talk briefly?
Hey everybody, Jackie and I have been co-stewards of the Open Heart Circle for about the last 6 years. We meet the first Monday of every month, 7 to 8:30, online only. And what started as a journey into white privilege, racial prejudice, racial discrimination has now evolved into all differences, all the ways in which we other, all the ways in which we feel excluded or we exclude others. So there's about 8 of us, Karen, Linda, Patrick, Jackie, Ann, Julie, Kelly, Chris has joined. We just have very connecting, honest, transparent discussions about how difference, how we've experienced it and how we perpetuate it in our lives. And it's been a delightful, it's warm, it's connecting, it's just been a joy to be a part of this circle. People experience and offer non-judgmental compassion, so we can speak openly and we can speak honestly with each other, with the goal of really trying to uproot the places that we're stuck related to the other, related to difference. And you're certainly welcome the first Monday of every month. Jackie very kindly sends out an agenda and a Zoom link, and you can certainly send Jackie an email if you'd like to be a part of this. You might want to, does everybody, maybe they don't have your
I
email?
think it's on the website.
Oh, it might be on the website if you look on the website.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful circle. It's a lot of Sangha connection and a lot of Sangha joy. And everybody just keeps showing up for one another to talk about the ways in which we separate rather than feel more intimate in our world. So please do consider it. And thank you to everyone who's been a part of it.
Poetry Circle. Patty, did you want to say a few words?
Yes. So actually, I'm filling in for Mark, who is our steward. And I don't know if you know how the Poetry Circle started. There was a group that would go out for coffee and poetry after Friday morning meditation. And I was always intimidated by poetry, but I wanted to find some new friends and go out for coffee. So I became part of this group, and it has been delightful. It's online only, 8 o'clock on Friday, and it's just a wonderful group. And the people who come are some like me who read a little poetry, to people who read poetry every day and even write poetry. So I'd like to give an example of one of the poems that was read a couple weeks ago at the meeting. And it's called Joy Comes Back by Donna Ashworth. When you finally realize that joy is less fireworks and more firefly, less orchestra, more birdsong, she will come back much more often, for joy will not fight with the fast pace of this life. She is not in the shiny or the new. She breathes in the basic, simmers in the simple, and dances in the daily to and fro. Joy has been beckoning you for many a year, my friend. You were just too busy to see. The very next time joy wraps you in her quiet warmth around you as a garden embraces your weary body in its wildness, tip her a nod. You cannot force her to stay, but if you are a gracious host, joy comes back.
Thanks, Patty. Study Circle. Julie, Sky.
Yeah, I'm speaking for Sky. She wanted to let you know that the study circle is transforming. In the past, we've read all sorts of Dharma books together, most recently books by Edward S.P. Brown and Zenju Earthland Manuel. Now we were trying something new, throwing open the doors of the circle for the Sangha to bring its own interests in. Rather than reading a prescribed book and discussing it like students, we are going to have open gatherings where everyone brings their own Dharma book and leads into the glow of time spent together reading. The first gathering will be Sunday, August 10th from 2 to 4 p.m. Bring your own Dharma book. If you need inspiration, there's a library in the basement of the Zen Center with a rich array of options to borrow. We'll spend most of the time reading our own selection. It'll be an opportunity to share focus together on what we care about. Hope to see you there.
Stitching Sutra Circle. Thanks, Julie. Stitching Sutra Circle. Is Robin?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a show and tell today, but we will have by the end of the year. Start on January 2nd, we took 7 completed baby blankets to Sarah's Inn and contributed them. It was Vanessa Klugman and myself who did it, and there was a young manager there, and when I saw him walk out, I thought, oh, he's just gonna look at these blankets, and, you know, because he was a man, he probably wouldn't be interested, you know, and he immediately said, oh my gosh, these are just beautiful. This is so special. So when I went to fill out the form, you have to say the value, the monetary value. And I said, I don't know what to put down here. And he said, priceless. So I wrote priceless. I wrote it on the form. So I'm really excited that we have a new member joining the circle, Mary Phillips. And we are starting, Kelly and Mary Phillips and I are starting to work on things that we will be giving away and donating, and the auction. We're making things for the auction, and I'm not telling you what they are. So you have to come and see and purchase things at the auction, but they will be great.
Okay, and finally, thank you, Robin. Finally, mindfulness for parents. I think Kathy is going to speak briefly.
Yes, we'll keep this brief. Mindfulness for Parents is a group that we're just finishing our 2nd year. Carlene and I co-facilitate. It's a monthly group that meets online 2nd Monday of each month from 7:30 to 9 p.m., although we may be revisiting the time to help with attendance. On average, we have about 7 people, including the facilitators, at each meeting. And we explore practice together as, you know, how it shows up in our family life as parents of newborns and ranging in age to adult children. And it's a wonderful group. Even though, you know, we have about 7 people show up on average, but the group is much larger. It kind of extends to about 20 people or so who kind of come in as schedules allow. And at every meeting, we start with some sort of a topic. Topics have ranged from gratitude, compassionate boundaries, sovereignty, and we've also used Buddhist framework sometimes to talk about practice. We've used the 3 tenets of the Zen Peacemakers, 8 Worldly Winds. We're actually starting the meeting this Wednesday. We'll be talking about generosity and paramitas, 6 paramitas as they show up in family life. And every month we also have a practice and some email reminders that go out about that, and a lot of heartfelt sharing and discussion. And so anyone who's interested, I welcome you to either reach out to Carlene or myself to come to a meeting, or we also have other family programs. There's Family Morning Zen, ways to get involved with that. If you're interested in giving a Dharma talk or helping with childcare, always opportunities for that, or just interested in any of the family programs in general, we'd love to hear from you. So thank you.
Robert, I know you said finally, but can I speak for just one quick second? I just want to say thank you. We kind of have a liturgy circle. I don't know if it's a circle or not, but we are, as Roshi said, a spiritual institution, and I want to share my gratitude for the Roshis who so patiently work with us every Sunday morning, allowing us to do service together. I'm really grateful to those who show up every single Sunday, whatever our schedules are. Getsu, the Roshis, Dan, Ken, Patrick, Jackie, we have so many, and I really appreciate you all showing up and allowing us to practice in that way. I couldn't do it without you. So it is a lovely circle. It is open to everyone. Come as you are able, and the Roshis so graciously find a position for us to do and help us imperfectly practice. So thank you.
May I share something very quickly? I know we weren't watching time. Would that be all right? Okay. Very good. This is impromptu. I'm sorry. I'm going to take advantage of everyone being here. Good morning. I'm Genshin, and I just want to say that we're going to be starting, so perking interest, an archival circle, a group. We have a plethora of amazing history about our Roshis and the Zen centers that go back to Hawaii and Los Angeles, and where our teachers were taught and who they were taught by. There's beautiful pictures, there's stories, there's legacy. So I will be sending something out probably in the newsletter, letting people know, looking forward to someone to co-steward, and anyone that's interested between now and the end of Ango to unearth what's in that basement and get an archival kind of museum up for display so that people that come to the center can see the rich history of our Roshis and where we all come from, and just a beautiful display of all of the deep work and humanitarian things that our center and our Sangha through the history of the years have done. So please, if you're interested in that and that's your jam, find me and we'll get it going, okay? Thank you.
Okay. And that brings us to our only matter of official business, and that's to elect an incoming board member. We have nominated and has agreed to serve Kelly, June May Good, the lovely Kelly, has agreed to come back on the board. And so I think all we need is a motion to elect Kelly, who I think we all know and love. Kelly, did you want to make a campaign rally speech, or are we okay to just go? Okay, do I have a motion to bring Kelly onto the board? Sandy, and do we have a second?
Second.
All right, well, but a million seconds. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Those opposed, and don't say nay, Kelly. All right, congratulations, question mark, to you, Kelly, for coming back on the board. The last thing I have on the list is a video that we can watch about the center. Are we ready to?
Yes, it's ready to go. We had quite a year, and so here's the slideshow. What, can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah, would you put the microphone near the monitor, the big monitor in the Zendo?
If people need to go, since we've gone over time, feel free to
Oh
leave.
my God, okay, and there's food also, so if you, yeah.
If you leave, you
No,
won't get
don't
the
eat first, there's a bunch of yummy food. All right, I'm gonna start.
longer.
Wait, did I share? I don't know, did I share? Oh, I'm not doing this very good. Okay, here's the share.
Om Benza Satu, 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 Om Benza Satu. Om Benza Satu, 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 Om Benza Satu. Om Benza Satu, Om Benza Satu, Om
Very lovely. Okay, before we move to adjourn, just board members, please stay on for just a couple minutes because we have 2 quick votes to take. Otherwise, do I hear a motion to adjourn the annual meeting? Sandy and Megan? I can only see so many people.
Second.
Right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I pronounce this meeting adjourned. Go and have wonderful food, except board members. Please stick around for a second.
People can't tell us apart. They're just, we have the same t-shirt. That's it. Hey, June Roshi,
Yes.
given that Robert Roshi and I are wearing the same shirt, can you tell us apart?
You look surprisingly similar.
We're all essentially the same.
Am I in or out for this?
I think you're in.
You're in now.
We just elected you. Don't try and leave so fast.
Oh, the wisdom of no escape.
Susan
Okay.
Akers couldn't make it today.
All right, we have a quorum. So we need to elect a vice president and president. Should we start with vice president?
Susan has agreed actually to be vice president.
Okay, do we vote her in then?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have a motion to accept, to elect Susan as vice president of the board? Julie, and a second? Roshi June, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay. All opposed? Okay, Susan is the new vice president and president? Who's succeeding me?
He said exactly.
I think the floor is open for nominations.
Hang on, we've got noise in here. We're gonna try to get people into the community room, so.
Okay.
I think that'll be a little better.
Do we have a nomination for president?
Yeah, I'll nominate Kelly Good.
Second.
Wow, okay. All in favor? Opposed? Kelly, congratulations. Did you say nay, Kelly?
I said last chance for the name.
Okay. That takes care of our business, and thank you. I'm not going anywhere, but
Thank you for all of your work and help.
Thank you.
yeah.
Yes, thank you, Robert.
Well, it was an honor to serve you, but I'm staying on the board. I ain't going anywhere. So I'll still be. I'll just be backbenching now.
Okay.
I'll save you a seat.
All right. I guess we need a motion to adjourn the board, the board officers meeting. So Ken, motion to adjourn, and I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Have a great meal, and I'll see you all next Saturday.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Hey, we'll miss you too, Julie and Sarah, for food.
And,
Here is the. Stick this on your clipboard. This is yours.
All right, do we have, okay, all the chairs were taken back.
Those are people I know, people I don't know. Serena, and a couple of